Welcome back, everybody, and for those of you that have never seen one of my videos before, welcome for the first time. Today I'm going to be just doing a quick little update on my 120 mixed reef here. This has been only set up 3 weeks. It's going pretty good. It's now, mind you, when I say 3 weeks, for those of you that haven't seen before, a lot of this came out of my 90 gallon that was set up for about a year. So all the light colored rock is new rock that I added just 3 weeks ago. Coraline's starting to grow on it. It was cured rock. It was just sitting in a dark basement though in salt water with the power heads. But so just by adding it, I'm at the point where I'm getting a little detritus on some of the rock. I've got that little coral being blown around there, so I'll have to do something with him. But so you can see there, I do stir it up from time to time just to hopefully not let it settle too much. I don't want the tank taken over by it, but it will go away in its own time. There's my Moorish idol. He's a sexy little bastard. He's really made himself at home, eating well. I hear they can be quite difficult to keep, but he seems to be in good health and doing quite well. One addition, I don't know if anyone that knows my tank has noticed, is when I did my walk by here, I added an MP10. I only went with a 10 because this was the only thing I didn't really consider when I set the tank up, was flow at this end. So I've got it on Lagoon right now, for those of you that know the MP pumps by Vortex. I got it on Lagoon, so it's ramps up and down and goes through all the different patterns or whatever. So that's pretty cool, and hopefully the corals are appreciating it. You can see I've lifted my elegance up off the ground and it is just massive. It sometimes does this thing where it puffs up like a balloon. I'm not really sure what the deal is with that, but it seems to be happy. So that's great. You can see some Duncans there next to my mushroom. Mushrooms do really well in my tank, in the previous tank and this tank. So, like, I've got mushrooms just pretty much everywhere you look. They've spread, like they're down in the rocks, like back in there. They just kind of go everywhere, which is cool. I don't mind. Space filler. I do see that my hammer coral is finally growing. That's the one. I've had that frag probably for 7 or 8 months. It's one of the first corals I got. So and it has finally growing. It is, I don't want to grab it, but it is splitting off to branch off to another head. Some stuff doesn't really do much. The green plate coral, obviously it grows. You guys have probably seen that over time, as from what it started, that was just like a little nugget of it or whatever, little piece, and it's going nicely. That is, I have no idea what, so we'll just have to wait and see what it does. A couple more mushrooms there. This guy likes attention. He likes to come say hi sometimes. I see a blood shrimp down in there. Some xenia. There's my big zoo rock that was almost like a centerpiece on my previous tank. However, somehow it ended up there on this tank, so hopefully they'll spread upwards. I love zoos. I know a lot of people don't, but I really do enjoy the different colors, especially when the halides shut off and you're left with actinics. It's the coloration on them really pops under just actinic. There's a little SPS something or other. It's not dying, but I don't know. Hopefully it's okay. I would really like to see it grow. That was some blue plate coral. It's not happy. I'm not sure why. First it was dying. I had it up too high, so then I had lowered it there. I don't know. sometimes you just can't please everything. I'm not what you would call an expert reefer. For those of you that watch my other videos, you know I'm just a normal guy that bought a little bio cube one time and fell in love with it, and then went right to a 90, and now here we are today. Anemone split into 3. I covered that in my last video, but you can say hello to the clowns. They don't seem to like the halides that much. They actually hide out under their anemones, but their anemones do like the halides, obviously. So the clowns will go and host that, the elegance. There's that elusive little blood shrimp there. There's a couple of them in there, but they're kind of shy, I guess. So let's continue on the journey. These were Duncans. I'm just not sure what the deal is with them. They obviously, you look at them and they would appear to be happy. They're puffed up, and my understanding of corals is when they're upset they close up, when they're happy they puff up. So which would mean that they appear to be happy. However, the coloration's not really there. You can see on the video it's kind of brown, kind of, I don't know. It could just be a matter of getting used to the lighting. They were raised under LEDs at the store, and when they get up to my 250 halides there, then maybe it's just something to do with that. This little creeper here, he was hiding in the back of the 90. I got him when I did the move over. I don't know if you guys can see him, if the light's allowing that, but anyways, a little hairy clam. I had him covered on another video. Another little SPS in there. I don't really know anything about it. It's just been kicking for a long time. It's doing its thing. Huge mushroom day over there. Those things are massive. Same with those. They're in that one. So that's why I love them. I'm not saying mushrooms are always the prettiest of things. Like, you know, I would rather have nice SPS in there. However, only certain ones do well for me, so that one would be one that does. I got a small torch coral in there. I may move it. I can't tell if he's happy. He's, you know, only somewhat puffed up, you know, semi-chub. Some zoos that are kind of hiding out down underneath. I don't think they're too happy about that, but they, hopefully they'll spread out. Hello, Mr. Wrasse. GSP obviously is quite happy here. It's seems to be enjoying life right where it is. I finally bought a magnesium test kit, which is something I hadn't tested before. So my magnesium levels were at 1250, which apparently is quite good. So I was happy about that, and that was $50 well wasted, because it's not very often you got to test magnesium. I was thinking afterwards, I should have took a water sample up to the fish store, because they'll normally test things for free. In my little update here, I'm still running the bio cubes. I got to make an adjustment. It's obviously moved the air stone over. But my nitrates are at about 15 parts per million right now, and that is a week after a water change. So they're not too bad. Hopefully they will continue to fall. I did bring pretty much all my water with me on the move, so I did pump my nitrate-rich water in. Skimmer's hard at work. The Vertex IN 180 doing its thing there. I emptied it out maybe 5 days ago or something like that, so it's not some, you know, it's not a real quick one, I wouldn't say, but it's a big collection cup, so it maybe makes sense. It takes quite a while to fill. Fan down on the sump, doing its thing, trying to help keep the water temperature down. It is at about 80 on average, but drops down overnight to roughly 78. So I'm thinking about turning it up to 80 to keep it at a steady to stop the swings. I don't really know what's better though, steady 80 or having her swing down 2 degrees. You guys could definitely you know, go for some comment time there if you have any ideas. This is still a mess. I have not tackled that yet. I will. The controller for the MP40 is actually way up in there just because of how I've got it run temporarily. But I got to do something about that. That's for sure. And then you guys know the supply cupboard here that I built, or whatever. Well, I painted it anyway. And I still haven't finished the top yet. Just life's been busy with work. But that's the update, guys. I hope you've enjoyed it. I know I'm enjoying my tank. I can't wait to get some more corals going in there. I did just want to wait and kind of let things relax for a bit. I did buy a few things, like I bought that orange plate coral there, which just keeps falling off every time I stick it on. I have to glue it. So that's going to be it for today, guys. I am about to go and watch a movie, Hangover 3, guys. Yeah. Alright, have a good night. Thanks for swinging by.